So email. Seems like we get tons of it. I don't know about you, but I have like tons of email. And I remember back in the olden days, it seemed like a super cool thing to get new messages, like you have new mail. And now there's just so much of it. What do we do with it? And how do we communicate well with it? How can we be effective? Are there any tips and tricks to help us figure out how to manage all of this? The answer is yes, there are. And so that's what we're going to focus on this week. Tips and tricks and some authentication methods, how to have secure passwords. I'm going to give you a site to check your passwords. So let's jump right back into it. Here's what we have in Moodle this week. So remember, when you jump into Moodle, make sure that you access this on a laptop or a desktop so that you can actually read the context for what we're going to do for the week. That will make things way easier. So in the Think section, I put in a couple of videos that I think will give you some ideas. One is, the first one, 3 random words, is just one scheme that you can use to create secure passwords. You're going to see a lot of different methods. There's probably no one right method, but there are some that are better than others. So I'm going to put a few things out there for you, and it's really up to you to develop passwords that are safe and secure and hard to crack. But speaking of cracking, how do hackers do that anyhow? So this next video, how hackers crack your passwords, I think you're going to find that eye-opening just a little bit. And then there's a video from a cybersecurity expert answering questions that people asked about password security. And that one's pretty interesting also. Down in the Learn section, there are some GCF tutorials to go through. So it'll be set up similar to last week. This shows email basics, using Gmail, and email and beyond, which actually covers things like other communication protocols that allow you to talk to people. So go through those tutorials, and that'll prepare you for the quizzes that come from those. This next section is a resource I'm going to show you how to navigate. It's called a Moodle book, and basically it's set up like a book. You turn pages. So I'm going to click into passwords and authentication, and you'll notice that there's chapters here to the book, and you can navigate the book using arrows. There's arrows at the top, there'll be arrows at the bottom, either way, and you can read through it. This page, what is two-factor authentication? A lot of us have that now because you have a phone, makes it super easy to double check your passwords and make sure nobody else hacks into your account. This next thing, creating strong passwords. This also is one of these things I was talking about. Lots of different ways to create strong passwords, some common password mistakes. And both these 2 pages are taken from the GCF Learn site that I embedded here in Moodle for us to use. This next page is a list of tips from Google itself on how to create strong passwords. And like I said, there's lots of different methods. So the key is you got to pick one that actually works for you. The last page, this is kind of an interesting one because the 25 most common passwords. Now, do you think if it's a common password that it's probably pretty easy to hack? Yeah, probably pretty easy to hack. Anyhow, this is just for your information. And yes, sometimes people really do use things like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or ABC 1, 2, 3 or whatever. So this will just give you some ideas. And here's the Keeper is a password manager. And here's a list of passwords that they have in. So anyhow, that's off a Wikipedia page, list of the most common passwords. I thought you might just find that interesting. When you're done with the book, you just go back to the week. And actually, if I would have clicked that last arrow, it would have brought me back here also. And then I also have this GCF tip. I'm pretty sure I gave this to you last week also, but how to take screenshots, because some of the things you do for the quizzes and things, I ask you to take a screenshot and submit it. Now, down in the Do section, it looks like there's a lot of stuff here, and I was trying to decide, do I put some of this up in Learn or do I put it in Do? But it really is Do stuff. There are 2 sites here. Have I been pawned? There's that one, and how secure is my password? So let me click into this one. Now, this is a site that is compiled by a cybersecurity expert, and I've been using this for a long time, and it lets you actually put in your email address or your password, and it checks it against a list of known data breaches. Now, what's a data breach? Well, that is when somebody has stolen password information from a website. And what they do is they use that to hack into accounts. So that's not really good, right? And so this will check and see if your password or username is on the account. Now, I'm telling you that this is a secure site, but I've also linked to the FAQ and to the about page so that you can check it out for yourself, because you're putting in your password, but they don't save any of the accounts. But this will tell you, and if it does come up on a list, it'll show you what list it comes up on, and you should probably change that password. This other one, how secure is my password, is a similar one, but this one takes a little bit of a different tactic. So you can put in your password or you can test the password. So I'm trying to think. I think I put in ABC1234556. Actually, I don't remember what I did for the test one. It wasn't my actual password, but it will come up and show you how long it takes to hack that password. So basically, how easy is it for a computer to brute force and figure out what your password is? So this might be a little bit eye-opening for you. Again, there's a link to the company, so you can find out about the company. And here's a link to this account. So I'd like you to try both of those. Try both of those out, because that might play into your insight for the week. How secure is your password? There is, just like last week, the email basics quiz and the Gmail basics quiz. Both will ask you to upload a file, a screenshot of your either your certificate of completion or the completion badge, whatever it works, to show that you finished the quiz. And then finally, coming back down here, the week 3 insights, similar to what we did last week. There'll be a week 3 insights Discord channel. I'm not going to make the channel visible until Friday morning, because last week several people got done early and got excited about things and just went ahead and posted way too soon. The reason I wait until Friday on this is because I want to make sure you've gone through all of the resources, all of the tutorials, all of the videos, like get all the information, and then base your insight off of all of that instead of just off the top of your head. Okay. So I'll open that up on Friday. And again, there's this video that talks about what a good insight looks like. So that's going to be our content for the week. GCF Learn's got some really good tutorials on email. Even if you say, hey, I'm a Gmail wizard, I learned stuff. I've been using Gmail since 2004, and I learn stuff all the time. There's some new features that have rolled out that are really useful. So just read through it. I'm pretty sure you'll learn something. And if you're new to this, you're going to learn a lot. Have a really great week.